How's it going, guys? Akira here, and today we are going to talk about 5 cheap PS3 games that you should get now before the prices start going up. So stuff like the PS3, the Xbox 360, a lot of those good games are still very cheap within the $5 to $10 mark. And I highly recommend that you guys should get these games, excuse me, before uh Gen Z starts getting very nostalgic and starts going to eBay and all this stuff and buying all the 360 and PS3 stuff back. So yeah, I wanted to recommend you guys 5 games that you guys should get right now. These games, surprisingly enough, you could get them below $10. Um, it's possible to get any of these 5 games for $5 each. So theoretically, you'll be spending around 25. But realistically, they should be within, like, I want to say 5 to 10. So you probably find these more for like $7, $6, $8. But yeah, the first one I want to talk about is Uncharted 2. And obviously, this game is a sequel to the original Uncharted, came out in 2007. This was critically acclaimed, Game of the Year of 2009. Throughout most, most of the Game of the Year awards that each of the websites and publishers they like to do. I know that this was considered for the highest time the best PS3 game, maybe until like something like The Last of Us would come out, or Little Big Planet 2, or like or anything like that. But also I want to say that I know the whole trilogy. They have it on the PS4 with the Nathan Drake collection, and you can go that route if you want. But I would say, if let's say you have one and then you're missing two or three, I would say get it for $5 on PS3. But there's many ways to play this physically on PS3 and PS4. So yeah. Up next, we have this is a very fun game, MotorStorm, the original MotorStorm for the PS3. A lot of these came pack in with the 80 GB backwards compatible OG fat PS3, and that version of the backwards compatible PS3, that's the one that did emulation based on PS2. Meanwhile, the launch 60 GB and the launch 20 GB did it through system like the chip system. They basically had a SoC. I want to say that's what it's called, where you basically had the emotion engine chip of the PS2 inside the PS3. But yeah, I would say highly recommend this game. This game is extremely fun. This game sits around the $5 to $7 mark. Go get it. You have a blast, multiplayer, single player, however you may prefer to play. Up next, we have a personal favorite of mine and a fan favorite. We have Little Big Planet on the PlayStation 3. The original one is the cheapest one. It goes for $5, $6. I literally think you won't find this game higher than like $6, $7. I'm telling you that. Little Big Planet 2, that one is like 8, like 7 or 8. It hovers around that price range, but this one is like $5 or $6. I would say you can get this one and LVP2, and you'll probably get them each for like $10, $12. But yeah, I recommend the first Little Big Planet game. I know that this franchise unfortunately has been abandoned by Sony. Same thing with most of the franchises, unfortunately, like MotorStorm that I just that I just showed. And I think this is a fun game that you could relax, play multiplayer with maybe a child, your kid, or your younger sibling, or with your girlfriend, or your wife, your spouse, whatever it may be. I highly recommend this game. You'll have a blast. You won't be disappointed. You won't regret it. Another game that sits around the $6 to $7 mark is PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. Now, I know that this game got a bad rep when it first came out. It came out in an era where Smash clones were basically made fun of and they were frowned upon. Nowadays, Smash clones, they're more accepted. So unfortunately, it came out around that era. Obviously, Smash is the king of platform fighters. Stuff that has come out recently, like Rivals of Ether or Multiverses, Nickelodeon All Stars, Brawl. uh, Brawlhalla, stuff like that. Those games, they're they're more accepted now. Um, but unfortunately, I feel like if this game came out in this era, it would be accepted just like those games are. But it just unfortunately had to come out in that era where anything that was Smash clone was just made fun of and frowned upon. But I highly recommend it. I know it's not as good as Smash. I think none of them are good as Smash. Rivals of Ether, the Nickelodeon, the Multiverses. None of those games will be as good as Smash. But I still think highly recommend, especially if you're a PlayStation fan and you grew up with characters like Kratos, Nathan Drake, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Dexter, Sackboy, Heihachi from Tekken, stuff like that. I highly recommend it. You have lots of fun, just grab four friends. You guys play, crazy, put some items if you guys want to go crazy. If not, and you want to go competitive, do 1v1, however you prefer to look. But I think this is one of those games that as the PS3 gets older and we look back at the PS3, um, as we do to like, PS1 or PS2 era, this is one of those games that's just gonna go up in price because it's a unique game. It's one of a kind, and Sony just never made another one. And the last game that I want to show is still very cheap. It's literally between $8 to $10, and it is Metal Gear Solid 4. This game lives and dies on the PS3. This game has not showed up on any other console. I think most of these games are PS3 only. Actually, all of these games are PS3 only besides Uncharted 2. That one's also on PS4. So yeah, most of this list I just gave you PS3 exclusive games. But yeah, this game is infamously never been re-released, not even a remaster on PS4 or anything like that. I know the rumors are they might come in the second volume of the Metal Gear Solid collection, but that's still unknown. But I highly recommend this. Get it now for under $10, between $7-8, what's the harm? And I highly recommend it. I know a lot of people this is what made them get a PS3 back when the PS3 was the unattractive console. In the early days, the 360 was more attractive to consumers, and this was one of the things that slightly swung the pendulum, as you would say. I know a lot of people went from 360 to PS3 just for this game. And then yeah, these are 5 recommended games that I recommend that are under $10, and I highly suggest you get these games before they start going up, before people get nostalgic as the PS3 gets older and older, and people are going to look back at the PS3 kind of like how we look back at like PS2, PS1, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, stuff like that. But yeah, what do you guys recommend? You guys have any of these games? What other games, let me know down below, that are under $5 or under $10 that you think people should play. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, as this will help me reach 1,000 followers. Bye guys.